Okay, welcome guys. I wanted to give you guys a bit of a supplement to why or how to do integration and why we even do integration. You may recall that from our previous discussion that in order for us to describe motion, one of the critical things we had to be able to talk about in a concrete way was position. That's because if you define what position is, you can therefore locate objects. And when an object changes its position, you know that your object of interest has undergone motion. Change in position, for our purposes, equals to motion. The point is here, the most basic quantity we would be interested in when we talk about motion is the position. And since we will be considering motion in 2 and 3 dimensions, our position function will be actually a vector. So it would have an x component, y component, and a z component in the case of 3 dimensions. When we have the position vector, we can obtain the velocity vector by the process of taking the time derivative of our position vector. Our position vector over here, strictly speaking, it should be ddt of rt, r bar t. I should indicate that this ddt, it's not a ratio, it's actually an operator. This is an instruction, what one ought to do on this function. If we took the time derivative of the position vector, we would obtain the velocity vector. And performing the same procedure of taking the time derivative of a velocity vector will give us the acceleration vector. In some cases, we would be interested in performing this procedure backward. Sometimes we are given cases where we have acceleration. If you have the acceleration, there is a procedure through which you can obtain the velocity vector corresponding to that given acceleration vector. And that procedure is the integral. Again, it will be the time integral of your acceleration vector, and that operation will give you your velocity vector. Perform that one more time, that is, this will walk us back to the position vector. So it is in this context that we introduced the notion of integration. And in the next video, I would like to talk about, or rather review a few concepts on how to perform integration. I will focus on polynomial integration, which has only one variable. And yeah, see you in the next video.